Hey guys, it's been a while, so I thought I would give you a little update of the crazy things that has happened in the last few weeks. So, as you know, I was on my way back to Sweden, and for the last 6 weeks or so, I've been part of this online program hosted by a guy called BC Serna, which is kind of like a self-exploration, finding your purpose, community, heart-driven kind of program. It's really hard to explain, but I will tag him below so you can go check out his page and read more about the program if you're interested. Anyways, through this program, I connected with a guy called Andrii, and it turned out that this connection with Andrii was going to be something very special. At some point, I think it was like 2 weeks remaining on my trip back, he sent me a voice message which I never heard. I had missed his voice message and I called him and he said, "Did you listen to my voice message?" I was like, "No, actually I missed that." And he was like, "Okay, but I can just tell you." And he asked me if he could join me in my van on my trip. And to give you some context onto who Andrii is, he's a 33-year-old man from Ukraine, currently living in Germany as a refugee, and he has 3 beautiful daughters. Yeah, moving to Germany has kind of brought him onto a deep journey of self-growth and self-exploration. So he asked me if he could join, and I was like, yeah, of course. I love that you're saying yes to life. I love that you're stepping out of your comfort zone, stepping out of the norm. So I was like, of course I want to hold that space for you. And sure, that came with some discomfort for me, of course, letting someone into my intimate space like that, but I was like, let's do it, let's see what happens. So I actually picked him up in Paris last Thursday. On Friday we were going to Amsterdam to meet another beautiful soul from this program called Daniela. So we were there for a day. Plan was to go the next day to the ferry in Germany, and I thought that the ferry was leaving at 1:30 in the afternoon. We had a busy day outside of Amsterdam on the Friday, and I was like, oh, I can't be bothered, I have to go up in 4 hours to drive to Germany to the ferry. So yeah, we were there ready to go to bed, and I decided to double check everything, double check the route there, which was a 6.5 hour drive, double check the ticket, and that's when I saw that I had gotten the time completely wrong. I thought it was leaving at 1:30, but in fact it arrives 1:30 and leaves at 7:30 in the morning. So I was like, no freaking way. And I looked at the time and I look at the Google Maps and it's like, we have 10 minutes to leave and we'll just make it to the ferry in time. So we did. So I actually ended up driving all through the night. So I drove 6.5 hours from midnight to the morning. It was so crazy, and we just made it to the ferry, which was absolutely insane. Yeah, apparently I'm capable of staying awake and driving more than I thought. So yeah, that's kind of the update. And then we were like, we don't have a plan for what's gonna happen once we reach Sweden. I didn't really have a plan on my own. You know, everything is still very unclear, like what are we gonna do, how long is he gonna stay, we don't know. For now he's just here. It's a beautiful friendship and brotherhood between us, and I'm really grateful for his presence. He's such an amazing guy, and just the fact that he'll say yes to any challenge that I give him, like let's go cold plunging, let's go running, stuff like that. He's just like, yeah, let's do it. It's so beautiful to see him say yes to life in this way. But yeah, so that's kind of where we're at now. I'm in the midst of editing everything. I have a new backlog of stuff I need to edit, but I really want to get going with it. I'm really excited for this next chapter of the journey. I now have a 2-month gap in Sweden, which I haven't yet decided really what I'm gonna do before the next adventure. It's still unwritten, but we'll see what happens. That's it. Stay tuned for what's gonna happen next, because who the heck knows?